Hello YouTube. I wanted to make a video today to kind of explain what I'm going through and why, I'm not like super machine gun uploading stuff like the coma nightmare stuff and whatnot. I've been living where I've been living for a couple of years now. I needed a roommate, but I found a way to make it work. I have a little 4-year-old I split custody with, and I found a way to make it work. This place isn't the best. It's pretty run down, but the neighborhood is safe. I thought I found a home for now. Last month, this place sold. And I have a new landlord, and he, by his rights, is raising the rent. He's gonna totally revamp these places, apparently turn them into something great. Anyways, the point being, it's going way up beyond my ability to pay, and I have one more, maybe 2 on the outside months to get out before the rents go up beyond my ability to pay, beyond my roommate's ability to pay. And me and my roommate are looking more and more like we're gonna have to split ways. That leaves me in the lurch. I thought there would be something there to help me, and I've been spending a lot of time just looking and looking and looking at every housing authority, programs, everything. It's nothing. It's nothing at all. The waiting lists are so long. It's so crowded. It seems like these places are underfunded and understaffed. I've been able to find more information on my own than these places have been able to provide for me. And even what I found has been just dead ends. I live on SSDI. I don't want to. I don't like it. I have to. For those of you who don't know, this is why. And not just this. I'm in pain 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the rest of my life. That's never going to not be true. I can't sit like this for more than an hour without being in extreme pain. It's why I don't have a regular job. That's why I try to put on these videos. That's why I try to stream to Twitch. That's why I did Periscope. Because you're told your whole life, as long as you're doing something for your community, as long as you're working hard, no matter what has happened to you, America will be there for you, and it just doesn't feel true. Hell, just to get my disability was put in while I was in a coma. So the payments went to somebody else at first, the person who put in all the paperwork. And then when I was awake and home and more able and more healthy, I tried to get the payments in my name. It took a year. I did my part in less than a month. It took a year of fighting with the government just to get my payments to me, my money, in a program that I paid into. That's my tax money. You know how you qualify for SSDI? Work history. Years of it. Blood, sweat, and tears is how you qualify. I fucking did. And I still had to fight for a year just to get control of my own money. Back then, that should have been the signifier that it's going to be a hard road ahead. How naive. And it's not just me. There's so many people in situations like mine or even worse that are just stuck, fighting an uphill battle when they've already been through things that most of you can't even conceive. Suffering I would never wish upon you or even my worst enemy. We've already bled and lost. And yet, we're told that we have to give more. More blood. More tears. Beg. And that's probably what I'm going to have to do. Everything is, it's just so goddamn hard. And I keep pushing on. A big part of my channel is no matter what happens to you, be strong. And I'm trying to live up to that. When I came home from the hospital, they wanted to give me an electric wheelchair. And I could have become an opiate addict and just given up. I didn't. I got off the opiates. They kept me on in the hospital for months. I forced a manual wheelchair. I started working out. I tried to make myself strong. I gave myself to the community in volunteering, several organizations. I tried to find normal work. I can't do it. So I'm going back to school so I can do something at home that actually earns enough money to where I can get off of these fucking benefits. It's not enough. They're lying to you when they tell you, and I mean they, the government, these organizations, they're lying to you when they tell you, hey, if you work hard and you're a good person and you're doing it the right way, there is help for you. You know how many phone calls I've been on where a government agency just told me, oh, well, there's nothing. The waiting lists are years long. Doesn't matter what your situation is. It's not just me. It's not just me. There's so many. And I feel for every one of them. Hell, for disabled specific housing, I found almost nothing. And I've called, the Center for Independent Living. I've called 211. I've called housing associations and housing authorities. I've called, so many, low-income apartments. So little for just disability. You know what I found out today? Extremely low income is $13,500. You know what I make on my SSDI that I worked for and I put over 20 years of work history into earning? I make $2,000 less than that. What more does this country want from me? Or people like me? What more do we have to do? How much of our pride do we have to sacrifice? How much of ourselves do we have to give up after we've given up so much already? Not by choice. Not by choice. This body was forced on me. I didn't choose this. And I'm still trying to make the most of it. And yet, there's just so many roadblocks. It's so hard already. Just from becoming disabled. And the world just makes it even harder still. I used to believe America was number one. I used to.